G'day. This week I'm just not going to take you somewhere, I'm actually going to do something with you. So instead of just driving, it's a great camp spot, so on and so forth, I'm going to take you to the Blue Mountains. Now the Blue Mountains, the way I figure it, you've got three ways of doing it. You either do it in total luxury, go to some of the really nice hotels there and wine and dine and probably spend $500 to $1,000. One of those places would be Hydro Majestic, I think it's called. And even though it's a little bit at the moment, it's under construction because the road works, the hotel itself is still intact, and you get some pretty nice places there for bed and breakfast for a little bit under $500. That's type A. The other way you can do it like me, just camp for nothing, about 25 kilometres down in Megalong Valley. It's another way of doing it. Or you can mix and match and just go up there and just stay in a caravan park or whatever and then do day trips. Now, the other thing is I really do not believe you can do the Blue Mountains in one day. And if you have, you've just absolutely flown through it without really seeing too much. Now, there's lots of places to see, and most of those, in fact, from memory, all bar one, are completely free. Having just returned from the States where you've got the Grand Canyon and all that sort of stuff, you've got to pay to go in there. Here in the Blue Mountains, you don't have to pay. You do have to pay for parking if you choose parking as an alternative. That reason they're charging the parking is to pay for a little bit of the infrastructure, etc., around the Blue Mountains. Now, there are some great places to see, as you can see in this video, so let's go. Whew. I've been walking for about a kilometre, I guess, and the kind of good thing was downhill a long way, a little bit of a flat, and then starting to go back up again. I was very fortunate to meet some local people coming back the other way who'd been quite a distance down this track, and I asked, is there much going to change in the way of the view, and they said no, not really. So I'm going to do a U-ey, head back to Grand Canyon, and I'll start again. Now the good thing is, because I've been climbing a bit, I'll be going downhill a little bit, but then probably 700 metres on my way back, I'll be climbing all the way back up to the lookout in the car park. And it's a hot day, so make certain to take plenty of water, good sun protection, and bug spray. Otherwise, smell that fresh air. This little lookout is about 100 metres from the car park, 150, and this is the view that you'll see. That's a little unnerving. I'm assuming they're talking about shooting the brumbies. If you ever see that where there's a whole series of padlocks, basically what it means is they're not really trying to deter someone. It's just that each one of those padlocks, some individual might have a key. So if they can unlock that padlock, they can get in. Just means not having the same key to be shared around with a whole lot of people. If you find one of those on you, that's a leech. Don't panic, but probably get it off. And if it's been there a while, it'll have a lot of your blood. That's what they look like when they're on you. You get off. He's sucking my blood. I'm at Boar's Head Lookout. Carl's Lookout, Cahills. I must say it's extremely noisy and busy here, so I'll do my best. We're now looking at the Three Sisters, which is funny because I thought there was more than three of them. Anywho, there's the Three Sisters that everyone raves about, and this is the entire valley. There's really quite an amazing look here. This whole area is quite expansive. The great thing about it is it's free. So you've got a tourist office just upstairs there and over to the corner. They can answer a lot of the questions and they give you a free map. Probably too much information, but hopefully with the information I've got, I can show you some of the highlights of this area.
Pebbles, baby Pachycephalosaurus, was born here in Dinosaur Valley just a few months ago. Now, she has this crown on her head. It's quite soft right now, like a baby's head when it's first born, but eventually it's going to be about 23 centimeters thick, and she'll be able to use it to headbutt predators.
Look at me. I feel like I'm the last guy in Wally World just about to leave.
Warning, man with kilt coming down.
Thanks. Thank you, I appreciate that. This is the beginning of the Giant's Walk, and it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. Part of it going down, that's called the Giant Stairway. Part of it going down, it's quite steep, and you get probably down, wouldn't be 100 metres, and it's closed anyway right down the bottom. So not recommended for slightly elderly. And you can see there's a bit of a breeze here as well. I'm not sure, that might be one of the sisters. That thing over there, I'm not exactly sure, but it's worth coming this far anyway. Okay, here comes the rain. If you make it here to Oread's lookout, you can see the actual two sisters right up close and personal, so it's probably worth walking down here, and you can probably get down here in a wheelchair as well, so check this one out. Whew, bit of a breeze as well. This sign that I'm showing you, unfortunately I think, is not shown enough places. So the whole park, pretty much from what I understand, is completely free. And the way they maintain it and the way they finance it, apart from council and government, is they charge parking, and it's eye-watering parking. It's $10 an hour, and really close to the lookout, you can get an hour, and probably 200 metres from that you can get up to 8 hours. And if you go beyond the roundabout 1 kilometre circumference of right here, you can actually park for free. So, and in an hour you're really not going to get much done. I went down to look at close up the seven sisters, the two sisters, and I got down there and back, did a little bit of filming, and my hour's up. So, and that's not very far, it's probably about 350 metres. I'm at Orphan Lookout, looking at Orphan Rock. Now, about 50 years ago you were actually able to climb up that rock, but they've since done some geological tests on it, and it might fall and there's parts that might break away, so you're no longer able to climb up there. Not sure if you can see that person in yellow way down there. I'm not sure how they got there, but congratulations to them. I shan't be doing that. This is a man-made rock, obviously, but it's still quite impressive. Now, near a lot of lookouts all around here, get you the Katoomba Falls down there, and you can see I think it's the Skyway running across. So get to this area, which is very close to the beginning of the Katoomba Falls walk. I'm now headed to Katoomba Cascades. This is the Prince Henry Cliff Walk, and this is the Katoomba Cascades. I've just driven out to this place. Apparently it's really good sunsets. However, I hadn't planned on any sort of a problem like this, a pea soup bog. But nevertheless, what I'll do is I'll give you the GPS reference. So even if you don't find it, it's called Narrow Neck Lookout. Basically, over there is some beautiful rock formations and escarpment, and also a really great sunset. And I'm even here a bit early, but it's very remote that this fog's going to clear. Anywho, I'll wait for a little bit just in case. I'm probably just a silhouette. This is probably about as good a sunset and talk I can get with everyone talking and yapping and everything. But again, I'll get out the road and you can check it out. Well, there you have it. A little wrap up of going to the Blue Mountains. Now you probably, or you may have driven from Sydney up to the Blue Mountains, and you probably can't drive through Penrith. That's probably the quickest way. The only thing, I don't like doing it that way, because if I had a choice, just because you go 60, 70, 80, 60, 70, 40, 90, that just changes the speeds all too much for me. So on your way home, you might want to then go from, say, Blackheath and keep going up towards Bathurst, not far, but go up to Mount Victoria, turn right, and you go to Bell, and then you drive Bell's Line of Road. That's quite a nice road, and it's fairly consistent on the speed as well. And also on the way back, just past Bell, it's a little town called Bilpin, and they have fantastic apple pies. And depending on time of the year, you might also be able to pick your own apples. Now, if you found the video helpful, useful, and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you did. And if you think the video is worth sharing, that too would be great. And until next time, this is Paul Will Drive, signing off.